Pour some sangria and get yourself a Vanderpump. It's time to get pumped. I'm your announcer, Jade DeVoe. Come along with me as we join Lara Marie Schoenhals, Craig McAleer, and Blythe Russo for another madcap episode of Pumped, the only podcast completely obsessed with the living, laughing, and loving of the Vanderpump Empire. On this episode, Pump welcomes Molly McAleer, the co-founder of Hello Giggles, writer on Two Broke Girls, and the host of the fabulous Please Advise podcast.
Molly McAleer is here. Welcome, Molly.
Thanks, girl.
You're my dream of having you on this podcast is coming to full fruition.
And it's my dream of being on this podcast. I'm so happy. I just really am.
And it really, actually, we talked about this, but it wouldn't exist technically without you planting the seed of a Pumped podcast in my brain when I was on your podcast, Please Advise.
So, I told you to start a Pumped one?
Yeah, you were like, you should start a podcast about Vanderpump Rules.
Oh,
and I was like,
well, thank God.
I was like, maybe I should. And then I did. And now here we all are.
I'm smart.
You are smart.
Thanks. No, I'm really excited. This has been a really awesome night watching it with you. And there's just so much to talk about.
Well, let's talk about Stassi's drinks with her dad.
Oh.
At the Lux Hotel in Beverly.
Her gay dad.
Stassi's gay dad, who chose episode 3, season 3 to come out of the closet.
He's loving her trench, first of all.
Stassi stalks up like the fashionista she thinks she is to the very front table at the Lux Hotel.
In a 3/4 length sleeve trench.
Like a cuffed one, too.
Yeah.
That's sewn cuffed. And just plops down with her dad, who's already one cocktail deep.
All we know is one, but there could have been a few before that.
He's been sitting there getting lubed up for his now famous fashionista daughter to stroll up and join him.
She dives into a bloody, and then the two of them just dish about Jax and his tattoo removal.
Where's Jax living now? Same place or different? Or he lives alone in a studio? Or
Were Stassi and Jax living together?
I think they were.
Yeah. Oh, dark.
And then it flashed back to...
And she's crying on the hardwood floor of her apartment about the abortion of a...
About Jax knocking up that girl in Vegas. Because
Yeah.
Jax loves... Okay, red flag zone is if you're dating a guy who loves Vegas.
Loves it.
Who loves it so much and goes there all the time. You should stop dating him probably.
But how is she supposed to know better with her drunk gay daddy and
I'm not buying Stassi's starting over yet again monologue
I
either.
do like the chocolate hardwood floors in her new place.
I do like her new place. I have to say.
It is cute. Where do you think that is?
I think it reads very Hollywood to me.
Yeah.
I feel like they all live in Hollywood.
But that's a $4,000 a month apartment.
You think so?
It's 2 bedrooms, new hardwood floors, 2-story.
It's in a building. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at the Dillon or something.
Dark, you say? Really?
I mean, I feel like they don't know other than that kind of brand of apartment.
No, that's exactly what they look for. She's it's close to Target and Crazy Rockin' Sushi.
Yeah.
Has everything I need. Bevmo.
Mm-hmm.
And
walking distance to Bevmo is key for Stassi.
yeah.
I would not be surprised if that is where her apartment is, because it looked brand new, too. It didn't look like an apartment that people have lived in. It looked like a new building
Brand
apartment.
new. The way we can tell is the railings, because those were exposed on the outside of the door, and if we can match those railings to something that we see, that's easy.
I'm going to look into the Dillons, floor plans, because I know that they're leasing. I would not be surprised if it's that or kind of in that general vicinity, all those kinds of new apartment buildings that have popped up right outside of West Hollywood, right leading into Hollywood.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of those.
Because at first I was maybe that's Koreatown.
Stassi doesn't do Koreatown.
No, I know. But I almost think she doesn't, she might not know, she might be Koreatown adjacent and not realize it.
I think Stassi knows what she's doing and wants to be living in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
She's a fashion blog to maintain and street style shots to take.
Oh yeah, and she's not gonna be next to some taco truck.
Yeah. Stassi's staying on brand for herself. She's protective of her brand.
What do we think about Katie and Schwartz not boning?
I mean, I've said this before, but I think their relationship is slowly disintegrating.
It's sad because they were hanging tough for a minute, but I think being around all that drama, you just kind of can't help but lose your mojo.
I mean, I don't know. They've been together for a really long time too, and she reps their relationship harder than he does, which I think is like a clear sign that like two people are not on the same page. That bread and butter is going to turn into a full-fledged entree pretty soon.
I know. And it seems like he's going to fuck it up, too.
I don't think he's going to fuck up modeling. I just don't think he can, like, hold a real job.
No, I know.
If you consider working as a bartender at Pump a real job.
Well, it's real enough. I mean, I feel like another man, a stronger man, would be able to make a family work on that.
Yeah.
I feel like you could probably make $400 a night if you were really working your shit at Pump.
But when I had brunch there yesterday... He wasn't working.
You ate there yesterday?
Yeah.
Why are we just hearing about this now?
I thought I told you this.
No.
Oh, hun. I ate there yesterday and it was god-awful.
Hun?
I had brunch there.
No!
Yes.
Pancakes?
They don't have pancakes on the menu.
What do they have?
They have a pound cake.
No.
They have a pound cake?
They have a pound cake on the menu.
Oh, no.
Covered in berries.
Mmm.
Which is like, does anyone eat a piece of pound cake at brunch? I ate Lisa's chopped salad, which was disgusting.
With shrimp pieces?
It had shrimp, baby shrimp, that were char grilled in it with chunks of salami and like 3 baby tomatoes that were like halved and then just like romaine lettuce. It was roughly chopped.
Because I heard the menu description on your thing and it didn't...
It was not a sexy experience.
I really... was like concerned about the shrimp presence, I have to say.
I was too, which I thought if you chop everything very finely and kind of merge it all together, it could taste delicious. Like, or if you chop everything very finely, but then you have these like delicious prawns kind of on top.
Oh.
That could be like a fun journey for like a chopped salad.
Yeah, prawns are so much work. And did you get anything else?
I got a piece of tiramisu that was frozen solid on the inside.
I hate tiramisu.
I like it, but I'm like... Not if it's like it was literally so frozen so thick that we had to eat the edges, and then we got to the middle and we were like, we can't eat this anymore.
I'm legit making a sad face right now.
I know.
What else?
It's a horror story, and I was with my friend Vardon, and he was like, he was like, let's go to brunch on Sunday. I made us a reservation at Pump at 11, and I was like, I can't turn that down.
Vardon.
And so we went. And it was a nightmare. We ordered a pitcher of mimosas, and their mimosas are not a mimosa. It was like a pitcher of like orange soda with like a Perrier type of sparkle, maybe a splash of like champagne or Prosecco, and ice. It was like an ice drink. Mimosas are orange juice and champagne.
Yeah.
And this was like a drink that was called a mimosa that wasn't a mimosa. It was very confusing.
There was an ice presence?
There was a massive ice presence.
What?
It was I've never in my life been to a restaurant where that's been the case.
And did you complain about anything, or were you just like,
No, I just felt like I can't. I mean, I feel like I signed up for this dark journey.
Did you order a different cocktail?
No, we had a pitcher of that, so we just drank the whole thing and didn't even feel buzzed at the end. There was not even an alcohol presence in the drinks. I feel like they're just like watered down, like sugared orange
So you
drink.
paid like $20 to drink a jug
$30
of OJ.
for a jug of not even OJ, like orange soda.
That's the stupidest thing. Wait, and what did your friend drink?
He drank that. We both shared this like pitcher.
And did he get it? What did he eat?
He got an omelet. He got like a veggie
I'm so
omelet.
disturbed. I'm holding my head in pain.
It's so unforgivable.
No, it's
the greatest
unforgivable.
offense. Like ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it was like, in what world has a mimosa ever been anything other than orange juice and champagne?
There's not
or
even
just
like,
orange
oh,
juice
like
and
it's
Prosecco.
their
or something.
loose interpretation. Like that's not.
No.
There's no interpretation
interpret
of a
a
mimosa.
mimosa.
Even a reimagined version wouldn't have ice in it.
A mimosa, you want to like spice it up and do something different. You like throw like a raspberry in it.
Or put
Yeah.
more booze in. You just add more booze.
Or you just do like a glass of champagne with a splash of orange juice. Like,
I like that.
yeah.
Who was your waiter?
Some like random guy.
And did you get pumpy vibes from him?
I think it's like a lot of like young, sexy guys, or like what Lisa's interpretation of young, sexy guys are.
I saw that.
It's funny because their shirts on the back, it's the logo. It's like Pump, and then like a kind of like metallic-y, but like darker tree around it. But it just looks like back sweat.
Oh.
It doesn't look like a tree. You're
It
just like,
doesn't
oh, is
read.
that like my sweaty waiter? And then you're like, no, all the waiters are sweaty.
Because on TV it reads, but
Yeah,
in
but
real life,
in
yeah.
IRL, it
Ugh.
doesn't read. And when I heard Pump, like she was going to open a bar called Pump, I thought like sexy fucking gay bar, like
I
kind
thought it
of
was gonna
going
be like,
hard. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like Circuit Clubhouse.
Oh, me too. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like HJ's on the dance floor. Like, like, like there's
I just
no
assaulted with dicks for a second.
come everywhere, like go-go dancers. I thought it was really gonna go off the rails of what like a gay bar could possibly be. And then it turned into like flowering cypress tree with a crystal hanging in it and like terrible food.
Like, it's never acceptable to have, like, shitty drinks like that anywhere, but especially at a gay bar, absolutely not.
No.
Like,
No. I guess I would need to go there at nighttime to really glean what like the nightlife is like. But
and I want to do, like, a happy hour or evening visit.
yeah, we'll do that.
Maybe we should go to Jiggy Tuesdays.
That
Is that a
exciting.
thing?
It's
Yeah.
really a thing, yeah.
There's a little poster for it online with Jiggy. It's so cute.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so burnt by that cocktail experience that
Your mocktail experience, really.
yeah, I'm hesitant to go back, honestly, without like a gift card. Because,
Well, can we get that? Let's get you a gift card.
yeah.
Ariana, Tom.
Craig?
Peter.
Craig, gift card to Pump. Thanks. $150 minimum. Minimum.
I want my Pumpopolitan.
Yeah. I want to get Pumpapolitans. I want to get pumped up. My trust is broken. The only thing that will repair it is a gift card.
They have to. They have to pump apologize for this.
Can we talk about Jackson as therapist for a
Yeah.
minute?
That demented relationship.
His therapist looks at him like all she wants to do is like fuck his brains out.
She's like, so Stassi has a chance, I'm Stassi.
Yeah, no, she's like, I dyed my hair a lighter shade of blonde. Do I look more like Stassi now? She is like, has a boner for him. It's been a long time since I've seen a therapist, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's like, you gossip a little bit with your therapist, but you more like dive into like deeper issues.
Like how it was your childhood, how it
yeah,
affected
you
your...
like scratch the surface and then they're like, let's go deeper. And then like smash cut to you like weeping.
She's still pissed because she had to take the art down behind her couch. Did you notice that lone nail above her couch from where the production made her take her art down?
They're like, we can't
Because
license
it was not cleared.
They're like, it's easier if you just take it down. We like, our post department doesn't even want to blur it. Can you just like take it off the wall? And she's like, fine, if it means I can fuck Jax.
We have to go in and re-record the whole session.
But like, she hit the nail on the head when she's like, Jax, you don't know why you do anything that you do.
No.
And he's like, you tell me.
Yeah.
And then she just like smolders at him. And then she's like, do you still like Stassi? And he's like, maybe I do. And then she's like, there's a chance. I think that they definitely have had sex in between like the last season when he visited her and this season. He can't possibly go to her as like his real therapist. No.
No, it's all a lie. That's a show appointed therapist. It's a court appointed therapist. Because Jax was arrested 28 times.
She hasn't seen him since the last time that they like had blackout sex.
No.
And then like he strolled in and she's like, she's coming from a place of like, remember their last night together? And he's like, literally, I have no idea why this bitch is looking at me with like this smoldering gaze.
It's so true.
Your therapy style also seems to be more in the way of like, she didn't. No.
She's like, lithium, honey? And I'm like,
Seriously? Seriously? Seriously, Stassi? Seriously? Jax? Again? Really?
And then she's just like, I'm getting nowhere, so I'm just gonna like lead this bozo and like back to Stassi.
If I could only get my own therapy show. If I could only get my own show.
I think
on
she
Bravo.
was on a therapy show for Bravo.
I think that's how she got onto this, yeah.
Yeah, I think I recall seeing her in like another therapy show.
And now that show's gone away.
Yeah, that
there's just
therapist
an-
show didn't last. I can't even remember what
Was
it's
there
called.
a therapist show?
I
Like
think that-
LA Therapy?
The People's Couch. This segment is brought to you by Trouser Steak. You need filling or your heart's gonna break. Gotta feed that desire, whatever it takes. But what kind of flavor will take your cake? Only the mouth-watering taste of Trouser Steak. Trouser steak. Your barriers are about to break.
Delicious.
Stassi is Miss Piggy, though. Let's be
Stassi is Miss
honest.
Piggy.
Oh my god.
Stassi.
Stassi's Miss Piggy and Jax is Kermie.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
A heavily brain damaged Kermit.
I know. I had in my notes that I was like writing while we were watching the show. I was like, are Stassi and Jax the Ross and Rachel of like Vanderpump Rules? And then it's like, no, they're the Miss Piggy and Kermie of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
I know that they've compared themselves to Friends in the past, though, because
Have
like,
they?
well, I just know that like there was a couple occasions season 2, like one where Katie was like, I just want to get drunk and watch Friends in my room, and I was like, I know you are saying that because you fantasized about how you guys are friends. And then there was another one where I think Jax called them the Ross and Rachel of Pumped.
I feel like, yeah, that seed had been planted like way.
And I guess it makes
Beforehand.
sense when you think about it, because it's like 3 guys and 3 girls that are dating each other.
Oh my God.
And so, like, you know that they've, like, thought before, like, we're just, like, friends.
They
And it's
are
like,
just like friends,
no,
though.
you're, like, frenemies.
They're like, if Friends is on one end of the spectrum as like the light,
Yeah.
Vanderpump Rules is on the opposite end of the spectrum as dark.
I know, they are.
That's why this show is like the most genius show on TV.
It is. It's because they all have, like, interchanging relationships. Like, Katie and Schwartz are totally Monica and Chandler.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, then who are Sandoval and Kristen?
Phoebe and
Phoebe is
Joey.
Ariana. Phoebe
Yeah.
loved a weird braid.
I bet Ariana plays guitar too.
Oh,
Oh
totally.
yeah, she's very musical.
Smelly cat.
Sandoval is smelly cat. Sandoval, I've been like not even semi into him, but I've been like accepting of his like presentation up until this episode when
Yeah.
he went to work out with Schwartz and he was wearing that beanie that was so tight. It wasn't even, can we even call it a beanie? It wasn't
That
a beanie.
beanie was
It was like a swim
exhausted.
cap.
What's the thing that you put on over your hair before you put a wig on?
That was
A bald
that.
cap.
Okay, yeah, that's that.
What is this look, Sandoval?
I know, you take it off and it like gasps audibly. It's like,
What was that workout outfit?
I don't know, both of their workout outfits. I know. And
Unclear.
then Sandoval and his Lululemon capris.
Oh no, Schwartz, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Schwartz loves a capri pant.
I know.
He loves a black capri.
Well, it's his print modeling that has made him so fluid into women's
Mm-hmm.
fashion. Like, he just is open to it.
Also, he doesn't work out. He's a skinny guy.
And he couldn't do 90.
45. I mean,
yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
It is
Sandoval's
a
trying
lot.
to bulk up, though. He's looking beefier this season, which I don't necessarily agree with as a
With the
good look for him.
decorative pin on his little plaid vest.
Yeah, what is that pin?
It's nothing.
It's just for decoration.
But does
On
it
a
say
flat
anything?
vest.
No, I
No.
mean, it did have some little, like, it looked like a heart monitor. Like,
I keep thinking it's like a mic, but that's not his mic. That's
No.
I tried to justify it the same way.
I want to see things the way I want to see them, and I interpret that pin as a mic, and
I
I just
immediately went to like, oh, it must have some functional use.
yeah,
'cause
it
that's
was like
so weird.
I would never let that be
No.
like just like a funny pin. That interview outfit is like still darks me out.
It's so important what you pick in your confessional outfit. Like
is.
Sheena's purple lipstick was so heavy.
Yeah, it's
It had
heavy.
a life of its own.
Kristen's outfit in the confessionals is looking great. I love that like magenta kind of thing and her necklace.
Oh yeah,
Her
what
hair
she's wearing is
sometimes the
good.
part like travels over part of her face, but then in some she's like finally pushed it behind the ear, like kind of situated it in a good way. What about Kristen's personal trainer?
I know. What was his dark name?
I was oddly attracted to him.
That's good to know.
No trainer ever would be like, let's do a shot of whiskey and then I will train you in the
Picklebacks.
work. Like, what trainer? There's no trainer. And he's not a trainer. But I love that segue.
No one cares about James. Like literally, like it happened. It was supposed to be like the dramatic high point of the episode, and I don't know if I'm like so unmoved.
No, he did nothing. I thought he was going to come and, like, push Peter, like, do a chest shove and, like, try and, like,
I
initiate
don't
a physical
even care
fight.
about his character.
But he's, like, but I think he's literally a friend of Lisa's son. That's why he's on the show.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I wrote you a letter. And then he's
That's
like,
what we do in England.
I just want to read a letter. But I'm like, it takes away the fact that you wrote a letter if you read a letter to someone, right?
In fact,
Like,
that's the
pass it off to
opposite
them.
point of a letter.
Yeah.
Then you'd just be saying it.
Yeah, he just wrote her a monologue that he then performed for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It seemingly took them 2 hours to figure out what to do when he showed up to do a shift that he wasn't wanted for.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry.
It was full-blown nighttime out.
Yeah, it was nighttime by the time
And
Peter...
summer hours. It's like May, the darkest point. They fired him at like 10:30 p.m.
Peter took enough time to walk over to the other restaurant.
And also Ken's like, what are you doing here? You need to be managing, sir. And then
Ken
he's like,
standing
I just
in
wanted to
front
make
of
sure.
the paparazzi at his own restaurant opening.
Ken and Lisa arrived separately, too. I love that she just like sticks Jiggy with Ken. She's like,
Take
you
the
take
sex
him.
monster.
It's weird that she calls him a sex monster.
It is.
Thank you.
Isn't that weird?
It is
She
weird.
named her other dog Rumpy Pumpy.
And did the
Ass fucking is what she named her dog. She named her dog butt fucking.
We named him Rumpy, and then Rumpy Pumpy, and then we realized what it meant. How do you mean you realized what it meant? You're British.
That's
And-
what she
You made
She
it
said
up.
she named it for him before she realized what it meant.
That's what she says.
I relate to that. I named Francesca before I realized.
Yeah, but
what
Francesca
that was.
What
is
is
not a
it?
common word for
I mean,
ass.
it's nothing, but it's not like doesn't mean like
But it's not
butt
like-
fuck. But a darling dog, Rumpy Pumpy. Oh,
This is my darling dog cottaging.
a darling dog. I'm gonna name it Butt Fucky. I just realized what that meant. Shame on me.
Shit. Oh, blast. I didn't realize wanky. Oh, damn.
My dog hand job.
Give me a little looby fingers. You can imagine my shock when I realized what that meant in some circles.
My dog Shocker. Oh, Shocker.
And I would call him
then
sort of with the-
weeks later, I realized I named him Shocker after a sex act.
Then I realized his full name, which is 2 in the thing, 3 in the stink, was
Three?
actually... Oh, yes. So you can imagine what I was shocked when
You
I
would be
discovered.
shocked.
You'll be very shocked, my darling.
It's not the traditional move.
Oh, no, it's quite shocking. I'll tell you. You listen to me, my son.
I'm like, what? Is it a Jiggy? I mean, he's not a sex monster.
Well, if he is, it's a kind of a... That's grim.
That's weird. I don't know what Jiggy wants.
I feel like he wants like a structured blazer and like
Right.
just a pair of shades.
They should do
Classic
a
Tom
makeover.
Ford.
Yeah. A sharp look. He's like, I'm tired of looking like Liberace, you cunt.
So Stassi Schroeder still doesn't like the Miss Piggy that you dressed as her.
I'm shocked. Maybe she's still on New York time.
Once you revealed her true identity as Miss Piggy, it changed the entire way that I digest Stassi's fashion choices.
No, because you just see those big blue cow eyes and a blonde mane, and then like her like statement necklace, and it's like, Kermit. Like that's so Miss Piggy.
Make me a pumptini, damn it!
I don't want a Pepper Paladin, Kirby!
No sangria! Put it on my tab!
And I'll have the buffet.
It's just those love pounds kicking in.
These are my love pounds, Kirby. You must love them or you don't love me.
Love pounds is such a cute way to put like the fat that you put on when you get into a relationship, because it's so true. Like you do put on. She did. Like in all fairness, I'm glad she addressed it. She put on 10.
I'm sorry, she's thinner than ever, I think.
Oh no, hun. She has a little like pudge, but it's cute. No, she's not like fat.
I guess maybe.
She's
Her
in
boobs are huge
Stassi's
right now.
in no way overweight, but she definitely was like
No.
anorexic season 1 and 2, like size 0. And
Season
now
2,
she
when
would
they went to
say-
Cabo for her birthday, she was like a skeleton.
And now I'd say she's probably a size 2 to 4.
Stassi ran into the ocean naked in season 2, and I was like, I want to run into the ocean naked for my birthday. And then I did because she did.
And were you feeling Stassi-ish?
I fucking felt so Stassi'd out.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she put on like weight, but I'm saying that she put on like she looks healthy. And she did not look healthy in previous seasons. She looked unhealthy.
I don't think that Stassi would approve of you saying that she looks healthy.
I know.
She would freak.
No, she that's why she called them love pounds. They're inconsequential.
My love pounds.
Christina will never have those.
No, because Christina will never find love.
Ever, because Stassi will never go for her.
No, it's so true. You guys were just completely right that Christina completely wants to eat out Stassi.
No, she comes up behind
so
her.
hungry.
That come up from behind and hug is not the way you hug like you're just like GF platonic.
Oh,
No.
No, that ooh, surprise,
She's like,
and,
so where are you
soak in.
staying tonight?
She like smells Stassi's hair secretly.
Oh, what's that conditioner? Good to have you back.
Yeah, she's like, I'll serve you anything. But also, speaking of Christina, her Botox is like
Oh yeah,
Those
you're
HD close-ups.
that.
Yeah.
But the HD is doing nothing for Christina's like Botox journey, and I think she probably knows too. Because if I was her and I watched this, I'd be like, "Fuck, I need to go to the doctor and have him put a little more towards my scalp." And I've had friends that have gotten Botox, and that's what happens is that you get it in one or two areas, but because those muscles can't move, the other muscles move a ton. And so it highlights the fact that you like have had this frozen part in one area. So like in her case, her forehead is completely stagnant, and then right next to her hairline, she has these like wrinkles that show exactly what she's feeling in her surprise, and like every given time she like has a reaction. And it's like, it's not good. It's all, I've been researching Botox a lot. Because it's good to be like aware as you like age gracefully.
Just to be up on things.
Yeah, you just want to know, just in case. And like, that talks,
Once you start, you have to keep doing it because your muscles harden. So
Oh,
they get
yeah.
like totally screwed up. And I'm like,
yeah,
that sounds
no,
like a
she
fucking
did not
nightmare.
look like that was gonna undo itself in any capacity.
Yeah, she's screwed unless she continues to do that.
That's her life now.
Yeah, or I mean, it doesn't wear off. I thought it does wear off after like 6 months.
I read that it makes like the muscles just like start to like toughen up and then like change.
Oh,
And then it's
really?
hard once they toughen up. It's harder to put the Botox in because it starts like rejecting it.
Oh my God.
Like it's terrifying.
It's so scary.
This segment is brought to you by Tequila Katie. Tequila Katie, she lights up a room. She makes it go boom. Your night's gonna be over far too soon. Tequila Katie.
We learned a lot tonight about who Tom Sandoval was in the 6th grade.
And what a strange date for them to have where they like went to the batting cages.
Do you think they woke up, didn't fuck, had all this aggression that they needed to work out sexually, and were like, let's just go hit a fucking rack of balls?
I don't know, but if my boyfriend was like, babe, let's go to the batting cages today, and then I indulged him in that whim and then had to sit there while he whiffed every single ball, I would not want to fuck him for at least 24 hours.
I was going to say, do you think that like him not hitting any balls was like reflective of their bedroom life? Where she's like used to it?
Ariana looked pretty deflated.
She's like,
by
at least
the end
it's
of
not
it.
my clit this time. At least the thing you're missing is a fucking ball and not my clitoris.
She's like, P.S. babe, it's about an inch to the left.
She has a left hanging clit.
No, but she was like over that baseball batting cage journey.
I know. She's like, all right, hon, let's come out and sit across from this Bob's Burgers and talk about your ex-girlfriend having ownership of her cable box.
I know, and she was basically like, you're fucking dumb for like letting her keep the cable box, and like, when is it gonna fucking end? And guess what?
Legit?
It's never gonna end.
Who doesn't know about Time Warner like trickery and how they own your ass for the rest of your life once you put a cable box under your name?
They're the ultimate trolls, and to
It
like
is.
leave a cable box like in someone's name is just, it's basically like leaving your wedding ring on
No, it
after
is.
the divorce.
It's the Nigerian email scam. It's like everyone literally knows you try to get the stupidest roommate in your apartment to put her name on the Time Warner account. You just are like,
You're just like, I can do it, but like if you want to do it, that's fine. They're like, sure, I'll do it.
I'll
and you're
do
like,
every other utility. Like you just do the Time Warner cable.
yeah, they're dealing with that drama and like trying to be
she had
sporty.
to go to like the Cole and Santa Monica like Time Warner cable office. I almost shit myself at the Time Warner in Eagle Rock.
It would have been appropriate just to let it
know.
rip.
I had to go to the Panda Express next door.
That's a Vanderpump Rules moment right there. Craig is
They didn't have,
simultaneously laughing, choking, throwing up.
they didn't have a bathroom at Time Warner, so I had to go to Panda Express.
Of course they fucking didn't have a bathroom. Of course.
I was like, where do
Time
your
Warner probably
employees
has,
go
like-
to the bathroom?
They probably have like a Starbucks next door where you went and like got a coffee and then stood in line, and then they're like, no bathroom here, Panda Express, just continuing the troll. But thanks for sharing that dark journey.
You're welcome.
It's the
was
perfect
rough.
place for that.
I was getting christened at that place. I had to return the undesirable cable box that day. Or it was a modem, I think. It was bad. I wonder who returned the modem. Did they not have internet?
I don't know, but now I'm wondering who pays for the cable in Kristen and James's apartment. Did you think James that pays for the cable?
I don't think they have cable.
Mm.
What do you think Tom wanted to watch on his DVR?
Yeah, what does Tom Sandoval watch on TV? What do any
Definitely
of them
not
watch on
sports. He doesn't want. I don't see
TV? None
him
of them
as,
watch sports. Maybe
Yeah.
Jax does.
I actually see Schwartz as like a catching up on college football. I think he likes college football, but like not NFL.
You've got a hunger. You crave satisfaction. Forget about Sizzler. You need serious action. Juicy, strong, powerful, mouth-watering. Trouser steak. Only at Bump.
Sheena Marie was underwhelming tonight.
She had her like mild Stassi confrontation, but that was like really nothing. Stassi's just playing it so safe right now. Like, okay, Stassi's reached the like season 3 slump of like her role in this whole series. Everyone really flocked to her season 1 and 2. She got a lot of fans, and then
Yeah.
she like got really big for her britches, and she was like, peace out, going to New York, bye bitches, like taking my fans with me. And then now she's back, and they're like, I guess you don't have to work at SUR. And she's like, thank God, because I'm in such like a happy place, and
So
SUR
she's
brings
just
me
not
down.
working at SUR
She
this
doesn't,
year?
okay, she doesn't work at SUR, and then she just thinks she can go in there and like gloat to her friends who still do work in there, and then be like, I don't want a Pump-A-Politan, I want a Pump Teeny. And then like
Yeah.
make them make her drinks, which I think is kind of gauche of her.
And she just, I know, and she's like, ha ha, you work here.
I know, like Christina comes up to her and she's like, look at you, and then look at me. And Stassi's like, I know, but you're thin. It's just like really dark what Stassi's doing with everyone, and I can only hope that the rest of her comrades will like see what she's doing and then
Yeah.
turn on her, like call her out on it by the end of the season. Stassi is no better than any of them. And
No.
she's not in a better place. When you go out and you're like announcing to the world that like you're in such a good place, you're actually in the darkest place of your life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You may have a shiny new like Hollywood apartment with your hot new boyfriend that's like a Jax adjacent guy, but like you're not like in any better place than like Christina or Katie or Kristen for that matter.
I think I saw on an interview today with Sheena, they were like, what's going to happen with Stassi this season? And she was kind of like, well, I think we're going to find out that maybe her relationship isn't what we think it is. But I would want to even know how she met this guy. Because, like, when did she have time?
Molly, what's your tier?
Oh yeah, let's talk tiers.
My tier is sleep, my boyfriend, my dog, television, good scented candles.
That's a solid tier.
That's
Thank
very
you.
solid, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still working out what my tier is week to week. I don't have a therapist like Jax, so it's hard for me to like really put it together.
Okay, tranquility, yoga, Buddha, studying, wisdom.
Studying
That's
those
my
around
Dina
me.
Manzo tier. Do you think that like someone like a Carmen actually works at the restaurant? Like, or is she just like a student that comes in a lot?
No,
Like, what
Carmen's
is
just
she?
like a student that Jax found randomly.
But she's friends with the whole group.
But like, aren't they
She's
older
like
than her to
Stassi
begin with?
part two. Yeah, that's why they're all like busting her.
Do you know what? I
shit.
bet they like all met at a club one night.
Oh, you're so right.
Right.
They all met at a club
Yeah.
one night, and then Carmen was like, my new friends. It's like when you're 20s, like early 20s, and you meet like older fun people at like whatever douchey nightclub you go to, and then you're just like, oh my God,
You're
these people are so
right.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
It's so true.
And then you hang out with them, and then you're just like, wait, my life is turning into garbage quickly. I'm doing so much coke. Like, this is so scary. And you're like, I'm getting a D in like calculus. You're like, my accounting grades are like slipping, and like you're just like, fuck, I have to get my shit together.
Exactly right.
And you're like, I won't go out with them again. But then like one night at 11, they're like, we're all doing this, and then we're like going here,
And you
then we
wind
have
up doing
VIP
coke
here.
at Thai Angel at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
And like fucking
and
just
like
blown
one of
out
them
your
starts
brains.
talking to you like way too intimately about their like dark family history, and you're just like listening to
My
them
uncle
tell you.
touched me.
Yeah, and then they're like going in detail about their like molestation. And you're just like, oh my god, like I'm not this kind of girl. Like I'm the kind of girl that like goes to school and like goes on, like moves on with my life. Like I'm not this like party girl that dates this like weird bloated guy. And then you like film this reality show like randomly because it's like your boyfriend's doing it, so like you think you'll do it too. And then suddenly he's broken up with you, and you're just like, wait. And then you come down and you're like, oh my god. And then you like join a yoga studio and like move on with that period of your life.
Yeah.
No Mike Shea this episode.
It was a
Yeah,
real
we
light
were.
episode in a lot of ways. It was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
It's
the
a
opening.
filler episode. Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm pissed.
I know. I'm like, I wrote down all these like
I want my night
points
back.
kind of to like talk about.
Right.
But I'm like, there's not much to talk about this episode.
Well, wait. One thing that we could talk about is how Sandoval's hair correlates to his mental state.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good point.
So when Sandoval has his hair up and very, very manicured and very sort of together and flat ironed, etc., he's like on top of the world. Everything,
Yeah.
things are going his
He's
way.
golden.
He's golden. He's playing shows. He's
Great.
Yeah. Then there's two other stages. The most common other stage is when the hair is down, but still very, very sort of styled, but flat, and he's very sad.
Yeah.
He's upset. Things are not going his way.
House is a mess.
The
Yeah.
house is a mess throughout, it seems. But
There's that weird futon that's laying next to a piece of a sectional couch that's on the wall there.
Too close to the AC unit.
Oh, it's like
You
that
can't
twin futon is directly under. Is that not the chaise? That's not the chaise that goes with that sectional.
No, it's a separate piece.
Okay.
It was left over from the piece before. And they were like, oh,
Okay.
this could be like a fun chair to put here that fits.
Yeah, so someone
And, like,
can
we'll get a
lay
love
while we
seat.
watch a movie in a seat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm picturing that's what Jack slept on when he crashed there for so long.
like,
When
They
they
had
fucked.
dual-
when Chris and
yeah,
Chris
you're right.
fucked, they fucked on that futon sectional.
They
Sorry.
did.
they did. No,
They
they did.
I
Sorry,
forgot
don't
about
apologize.
that.
You brought the truth to
That's
light.
gross.
I know, sorry.
This has been a really spectacular night, and
I had so much fun.
I had so much fun, and we got a lot of social media action. We got like Ariana
Bless.
followed you on Twitter.
I know, I can't. I'm dying from deafness.
Literally, like that's the hugest thing to ever happen to
She
anyone.
follows like 196 people, including me.
I thought it was 169 people.
It might be. I
Yeah.
might be underselling myself.
You're the 170th. And Peter Madrigal Instagrammed a picture and tagged us in it. I got the random text from a New York number. They just go, Euros of Hollywood?
Hi.
Question mark, exclamation point.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love Leona. No text back.
No response?
No response. But to be fair, I did text him back an hour and a half later, so
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe in the morning.
maybe tomorrow we'll get to the bottom. I hate
yeah,
being
it's
like,
East Coast. So
I
they're
don't like
probably
being like,
asleep.
who is this? I feel like that's so rude, even though sometimes you need to clarify.
Oh, I always do that. I'm like, what?
You're like, even to people I know. It's just a good way to keep people in check.
What?
Who is this? Sorry, who? But yeah, so tonight was like it was a success for all of us,
Best
and
night.
less of a success for episode 3.
Pump Podcast wants to hear from you. Call our hotline at 516-7-PUMPED or email us at pumppodcast@gmail.com and let us know how you feel. Give us feedback. This isn't just about us, it's about you and your love for Vanderpump Rules. Tell us who your favorite cast member is. Tell us who your least favorite cast member is. And why? Have you ever gone to Sir, Villa Blanca, or Pump? Tell us all about it. Do you have any tasty morsels of gossip about any of our beloved Vanderpump crew? Or behind-the-scenes secrets? If so, we need to know. Have you ever seen the cast out and about in Los Angeles, around the country, or around the world? Tell us who you love and who you loathe, who you date and who you hate. Is there something you want covered on the show that we haven't talked about yet? Well, enlighten us and let us know.
Just wait.